Hello dudes and dudesses. Today we're gonna be looking at a concept for a super compact and easy to build cobblestone generator. Why? Because we can. Hello dudes and dudesses, and welcome to yet another concept video from me, MineTheFab. Today I'm going to be showing you a cobblestone generator, and you might think, what? A cobblestone generator? What do I need that for? Well, in my world, even though I'm late game, I use a lot of stone on the St. Marcus build, among other things. And after they changed the world height, mining for stone doesn't really give you diamonds or anything else. You have to go deeper, so there's not that much fun in mining normal stone. Now there's a lot of cobblestone generators out there, and some of them are faster, some of them are even smaller than this one, some of them are whatever. But you know me, I want to do my own stuff. I like designing things, and this is actually pretty simple, and it makes use of two things that I think is very, very interesting. If we look at the farm, you can see that it consists of a platform that's 9 by 9, and the reason it's 9 by 9 is that if you place water in the corners, they will all gather right here and not overflow in this space right here, which means that anything that's dropped down there will eventually wind up right here. And these are just waterlogged leaves that we can use now that makes them blast resistant. And then of course I have a ring around it, which should be 11 by 11 if my math is not totally off. Pretty easy to do. And then we have the machine, the mechanics of it, and we are using old school and new school stuff. We have a totally old school ether hopper clock, and in this we have 13 cobblestone. I have fiddled around a lot with everything here, and this is the number I came up with to be most reliable. So we just have an ether hopper clock, and every time it's here, it turns on this lamp, which fires this dispenser, which is full with TNT. That's another thing I wanted. In my world, I don't or very rarely use TNT duping, but I use sand duping because sand is not a renewable resource, and I don't want all these totally destroyed deserts in my world. It's a 7 or 8 year running world, so that will be a lot of destroyed deserts. So I like the challenge of building new gunpowder farms, and so I make my TNT, and it's not a problem for me. In your world it might be, and you can certainly modify this so it uses TNT dupers, but I won't be showing you that. So every now and then a TNT is dispensed, and if we go up here, you can see that the TNT is dispensed in that position right there. There's a soul sand underneath and a water block underneath, and there's a water block, full water block above it, which means it hops to exactly or roughly this height right here, and then it bounces up and down and explodes, and usually it takes up to this level right here. And if it's totally in the middle, it will take it all, but sometimes it's just off center and then it won't take it all. But that's the idea. If I throw something, let's say something down here, you can see it will just be lying there. So how do I pick it up? I wanted one central collecting space, because why not? So we have this new thing called a calibrated skull sensor in the game now, and you can modify it so it only hears certain sounds, or rather detects certain vibration. By putting a redstone block right there, we make sure that it only detects TNT explosions, basically. So when this TNT explodes up there, this goes off, and then we have this thing right here, which makes these two dispensers pull out the water from the farm, and then we have a delay coming shortly after, putting the water in again, which means that these two water blocks there and there are pulled out. Even though there's a full water block here, the item will fall down, underneath this soul sand, I could have just a hopper basically, but a hopper minecart pulls it out slightly faster. So I have a hopper minecart on a hopper, and it goes down here and collects the stone. Now, I've tested this quite a bit, and if I put in 9 stacks of TNT right here, which in my world is nothing easy to make, it will provide just slightly less, because we have 2 hoppers here, and this is filled also slightly less than 3 double chests of cobblestone. And it will do that in about, I think, 15 to 20 minutes. So you will have 3 by 3 double chests of cobblestone in an hour. And I'll probably do some math on screen to tell you how much that is. Now let's see this thing in action, because this is not without its flaws. And I will show you. So we turn this thing on, and you can see when it gets over, it dispenses a TNT. Oh, it was on. So we turn it on like this. It dispenses the TNT that bobs up and down, and then it explodes, and you can see the cobblestone is going down there and gets sucked out through the soul sand. That is basically how it works. Goes there, goes down there, gets sucked out through the soul sand. And if we look down here, you can see when this calibrated skull sensor detects the explosion, it sends a signal, and shortly after, it puts the water back in space, in its place, not in space. That's a different story. So you can see this is how it works. But if you watch this for long enough, you will see that sometimes this happens. No, not that. Yeah, well, that too. That it isn't bobbing so much, so it only gets the lower level of the cobblestone, so it's not totally efficient in that way. And sometimes you will also notice that no cobblestone is left after an explosion, and the reason is it is blown into the lava. So this is not totally lossless, and sometimes it takes so long for the cobblestone to get there, so that it's actually not sucked down before the water is put in again, and of course the cobblestone will be blown up by the next piece of TNT, rather than having see, there's a situation where the cobblestone was blown up into the lava, so it's not lossless. And as I was saying, it's a deliberation between speed of the TNT explosions and wanting to pick up every cobblestone that is blown up. I've fiddled around with this, and this is the speed that works for me. Now, how to build this? I won't do a block by block tutorial, because this is a concept video, and to be honest, I don't have the time to do block by blocks at the moment. A lot of things going on in my life, but this, if you're an average player, should be fairly easy to do. So, as I said, you start off by making a 9 by 9 area with leaf. It could be any leaf. You waterlog it with a bucket, and then you put a ring around it. You then place water in each corner, only in each corner. That's it. Then, as you can see, if you take a screenshot and look at this, if you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in, then you will place a row or a column of leaves that you waterlog as well, and you get this grid like this. Then you just place above the water, but here some kind of block right there, and then from this side I can show you. Hang on. You could either manually put in cobblestone first, but you don't even have to. You could actually just place the lava right here, and the cobblestone will make the pillars itself like that. So you are gonna need a lot of lava. You're gonna need 40 buckets of lava to make this work. Which brings us to here, my lava farm that I have made a tutorial on, and that I will be trying to remember to link in the video. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I will be making a world download for this since I am not doing a block by block, and I will probably pretty soon be connecting this up with the lava super smelter so that you can get regular stone as well, and I will be doing that in a separate video. If you like the video, remember to leave a like and all that jazz. See you in the next one. Bye.